Hey guys, my name is Troy. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing my August reading wrap up. And to be honest guys, this was probably my worst reading month, or actually my second or third worst reading month of the year so far because of school. I went back to my normal reading amount. The transition back to school really did bump my reading down a lot more, but I hope to read more next month, because technically I was in a reading slump the first half of the month actually, and my first book wasn't even until after August 15th. So yeah, basically I'm just saying I didn't read a lot this month. I think I only read 4 books. I'm going to try to squeeze in a 5th, and I'll talk about that today. But basically we're going to go over all the reading that happened this month, which is, again, not a lot, so it's not going to be a really long video. But before we do that, I really just want to thank everyone for the really nice, warm birthday wishes that you all sent me on Sunday, which was my birthday. I was so overwhelmed with the amount of emails, the comments, the art, the fun little gifts you guys have sent me. It's really honestly just was the best birthday ever, with all the love. And I also spent the whole day basically working on my room and my new bookshelf stuff, which was really fun. That also kind of segues into my next topic, which is this is the last sit down video at this bookshelf, which is kind of crazy to think, kind of bittersweet, but I'm really excited to show you guys my new shelves. If editing Troy is going to feel generous, I might throw in a little sneak peek. But basically on Saturday there's going to be a live premiere of the whole process of me getting my bookshelves, within me ordering them and basically reorganizing my whole room, and it looks so cool now. And we also just assembled the bookshelves today with my mom, and it was really fun, and the bookshelves are looking super good. I bought some little fairy lights, and we got some more books. And also, if you guys kind of looked over there, here's all the books from my other bookshelf dresser thing. Anyways, that's all the announcements what I wanted to say. Just basically a little chit chat of an intro, but that's okay. Sometimes we need that. So anyways, make sure to leave a like if you're excited for this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below with what you are excited about for September. I don't know, just okay. Anyways, let's get on to the video. Okay, so the first kind of 2 books I want to talk about, and I want to talk about for a while, is the Thomas Wildis and the Book of Sorrow series. I'm still finishing the last one. That's why my bookshelf, or my bookmark, is still in there. But yeah, this series was sent to me by a publishing company, so I wanted to just take maybe 3 minutes at the very least to talk about this series and kind of promote it, because that's what I do here on this channel. So I will say I really enjoyed this. Usually I don't enjoy a lot of the arcs and books sent to me from debut authors and stuff like that, but I honestly really like this. I think it was fun. The whole idea and the whole concept of it was very cliche, but like I mentioned in my birthday book tag video, which I'll leave up there for you, I like cliches and stuff like that. So basically this book is about this boy named Thomas Wildis, who his father, I guess, was missing in the first part of his life. The last words that he said to him were, "Magic is real, Thomas, magic is real." And so Thomas, a decade later, is still on a search for magic, and one day he stumbles upon this bookstore with this magical book that he begins reading, and uncovers this whole mystery that even involves himself and his family. It is super cool, and then he discovers this evil villain that is trying to steal crystals across the world. He has to stop him and harness his own magic that he discovers within himself. It is a really good concept, and I can't wait to dive more into talking about this book, because it was very interesting. I have very different ideas and perceptions on the characters, the plot, and stuff like that. So basically, first thing I guess I should talk about is the plot, because it was the main kind of thing for me and the thing that I look out for books. And I'll say that the beginning is very slow. It doesn't seem very important, and it doesn't match with the second half of the book, because when I got to the midpoint and there's this really big turning point that kind of started happening when magic started seeping into the world and Thomas began getting his magic, there's a big turning point, and there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff that happened, and it sped up so much. I was reading about 100 pages an hour, and usually I read about 60 pages an hour. That's how much I was excited about. I was reading it faster. I was really interested, really engaged. But the first half was just Thomas reading this book, this old boring book that didn't really contribute much to the plot. Well, it did, but still I feel it wasn't needed to be in such great depth. So yeah, the first part wasn't that great, but the second part was amazing and really fast. That's something that I wanted to mention about the pacing of the book. I guess for the characters, I also feel the characters could be a little bit more developed so that I could root for them. They felt just a little generic, boring, and there was nothing to really root for them, if you know what I mean. I feel you always want to have connections to characters characters, you want to relate to them, and you want them to win. But I feel like I had less of that with this book. But honestly, I also liked the characters. Like, first of all, Thomas and Thomas's mom were like amazing. I freaking heavily related to like Thomas's mom, because Thomas's mom was the sweetest person ever. She was so supportive, and like that was like seen because like my mom is literally like the best, and you know, it's just really cute to see that. So I love Thomas's mom. I loved some of like the more wacky characters that were involved with the magical side of the story, like Professor Riley, or you know, Thomas's magic teacher. Like there's just a bunch of oddity and weird people that were like kind of magical related, which I really liked. And also Thomas's friends were super cool. I remember Thomas's friend Enrique, which I actually rooted for Enrique. He was like a character like Keith from the Keeper Lost City series. He was so funny and totally someone that, you know, I would enjoy hanging around myself, and so I really liked Enrique. I liked a lot of the characters, honestly. And then the love interest for Enrique and Thomas, they were good characters, but I also feel like I didn't really like the romance in this book because it felt too easy from like a front view perspective. I really like the characters. I'm talking way too long, but then I guess the plot, the characters, and my overall enjoyment, I just really liked this. It was a great mix of like dialogue, tension, suspense, adventure, and magic. I really loved just this book in general. Again, the first part was like not amazing. It was still a good book, and I still kind of liked it because it did have like almost a contemporary feel to it. But then once magic started, it really kind of catapulted. There was this really high tension action scene, and then learning that he was wrong, and that these people, like two organizations, and this magical chase for, you know, magical objects. It was a really, really good book. I highly recommend you guys read it and try it out because it's a really, really fun book, and I really ended up loving it. And then this is like the third book that I'm reading kind of right now. I'm finishing up right now, and this is Thomas Wildis and the Wizard of Sumeria by the same author, and it's the second book in the series. I think there's a third one coming out in the summer of 2021, but this book is a continuation. It's a sequel where, I don't know, I think it's like a year later, after the first adventure. Oh, I just got a text or something. And this is basically like another kind of quest to save a magical item. Instead of like 3 crystals, it's like the staff of something. As you can see on the cover, it's like a staff, and then Thomas and Reek have to uncover a new adventure. And oh my gosh, okay, so another thing with this series is that it kind of seems cliche. It's almost like a Harry Potter thing where they go back every single year, every summer, and they have like this magical adventure. Like first on the discovery for 3 crystals, and then, you know, they're coming back and they're going to find the staff. And also what I thought was really cool about this, okay, everyone's literally texting me and I'm trying to film a video. Anyways, I really like that kind of cliche thing where like they come back every year to a new adventure, and I'm pretty sure the third book takes place where they're trying to find Thomas's dad, because it's implied in the first book that Thomas's dad is not dead or missing or whatever. He's just in a different world, and also just the connection to the two worlds. I guess the point of this like 5-minute long rant of this series is that it's a really, really good. I'm really, really enjoying it. It has a fast pace. It's not like you're reading like a really rich, detailed fantasy. It also has a mix of contemporary elements in it, and the characters are really, really good, or not really good, but like really just good in general. And the plot also has a total mix and balance, and we stand this Thomas Wildis series, and I highly recommend you guys pick it up. But yeah, I hope that sufficed as my review. Okay, and the next book that I want to talk about is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, and this is the second book that I read this month. Again, those were the 1 and 3s, and this was the second. And as you guys know, which I say in every single time I talk about Hobbit, but I feel like for people that haven't watched my older videos, I acted in the play in middle school. I was in a play called The Hobbit, and I was one of the 12 dwarves. And I did not know this when I started reading this, but my director literally copied the script. Like, she put all the dialogue from the book into the script, and it's so funny because I remember like saying some of the lines. I remember hearing other characters on the stage saying some of the lines, and so it was really good to just go back through this book and see what my director didn't include in the play, and also like just uncover new things, as well as experiencing the play again, because oh my gosh, theater, it's been a big part of my life, especially in middle school. And I love being in the play because I was one of the 12 dwarves. Of course, I had to go into every single rehearsal because I was in every single scene, basically, because the dwarves are literally with Bilbo Baggins every single time. So yeah, I just really enjoyed reading this book again. It is a little bit slow, a little has old writing, but again, since, you know, my experience and my like past, I've been able to really love it. I want to move on to like the sequel series. Not really a sequel, this is kind of technically a prequel, but the main series, The Lord of the Rings. I really want to start that. I want to read that on audiobook, and I'm just so excited because if it's anything like The Hobbit, I think I'll enjoy it. And especially if I'm listening to it on audiobook. I don't think I'll enjoy it if I'm reading it, or I just don't think I'll enjoy it as much if I'm listening to it. But yeah, The Hobbit was really good. The pacing was really good. It was like, seemed like there was something new happening every so often. There's also some twists and surprises, not too much, just a lot of the old writing feel, some cool language. I just feel like the author did a lot of like plot development and stuff like that into it, and I just really like this book, and reliving the experiences of, again, being one of the dwarves, and also learning more about some of the topics that weren't so heavily explored in the movie and the play that I was in. Like, there's a lot of stuff I learned from this, and yeah. So that's basically my wrap up on The Hobbit. Now let's get into the next one. Alright guys, so the next book I read, or still kind of is reading for this month, is What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. Actually, I'll go to this side because I feel like that'll be easier. No, I'll go to this side. Okay, anyways, What If It's Us by Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli. This book is the Next Chapter Book Club's Book of the Month, and we are doing a live show on Nitty Ready Reads channel on August 30th at 3 p.m. EST. I'll link like her live stream when she sets it up. I'll link her live stream in the community tab, so you guys can watch that on her channel. We'll be discussing the book, and you guys can chat with us about it. It's gonna be really, really fun. But basically, What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera is this gay romance basically between this boy named Arthur and Ben, and basically these two boys have different backstories. So let me try to pull it up because I freaking don't remember. Okay, so Arthur is only in New York for the summer, and he is basically going as a summer internship, and he runs into this boy named Ben at the post office, and then Ben had this like kind of breakup recently. He's going to the post office to deliver his ex-boyfriend's things to him, and basically they meet Arthur and Ben, and basically they have this little romance because they both kind of like each other, but then they kind of get separated, and then blah 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 blah. It's basically just a romance, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I've really got to get going with it though, or else I'm not going to be able to finish it in time. But yeah, I have like 4 days to finish it, and I have what's it called, 8 hours to go. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm really enjoying this book. It's really, really cute, but I will say, I'll just stop my recording and then restart, but I will say that this one trope, this like the instant love, I saw this from Iona Reads. She called it the instant love, or basically love at first sight, or like all-consuming love. I just don't like that trope, because like when Arthur first looked at Ben, he was like, oh my gosh, this guy is so freaking handsome. Look at his cheeks and his Emma Watson lips, whichever, I think I want to marry him. The universe made me see him. Like, all that stuff is so unrealistic. I feel like you can't just look at someone and like want to marry them. Like, I feel like that's a little bit extreme, and I feel like I've been reading a lot of romances like that recently, which I guess like how, you know, authors want to make everything seem like really fantasy-ish and like happy, but like still I just don't like that trope. But just in general, I feel like the characters have different like problems going on, and they're able to connect with each other in that sense. Like, Arthur's parents are fighting and are getting a divorce, and then Hudson is going through this, no, not Hudson, Ben is going through this breakup with Hudson. And another thing I'll mention with the names, Ben, Arthur, Hudson, like I feel like the characters' names were so poorly written because I never remember who's who. Like, you saw at the beginning of me talking about this that I had to like look at who was Arthur and who was Ben, and so I think that's really confusing me, but I think I'm starting to remember. But still, if you think like after 1 hour and 30 minutes I should know between the two characters, but they just have such generic names like Arthur and Ben, like, oh my gosh. And yeah, I just feel like they could have redoed the names. But yeah, that's basically like all my thoughts right now. We got the names, we got the horrible first love blah 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 trope, and it's just an overall good book so far though, with the characters' problems and just seeing how all the characters are connecting and the side characters, and I can't wait to just kind of read more into this story, and I'll talk about it with you guys on that live show. Then I'll get more information to you guys out about at the time on the community posts. Alright, and the last book that I'm going to try to read, it's not that long, is The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nielsen, and my mom got this for my birthday. which she picked out all the books that I wanted to read. She is the freaking queen. My mom is the best. But yeah, I gave her a list of like 20 books, and she got me The False Prince, which was one of the earliest books on my TBR. I really want to read it, and Six of Crows. Out of all the books on the list, she got me Six of Crows and The False Prince. She's literally a goddess. I don't know what to say. She got me Six of Crows. Okay. Anyways, I'm freaking out, but basically, I love this book concept, and I want to read it, and I've been wanting to read it, and I'm finally getting to read it, and it's only 300 pages, so it's pretty short. It's basically about this boy who is competing for a spot as a fake prince or something. It's super, super intriguing to me, and I really want to read it, and the cover is super, super cute. So yeah, I want to read it, and I should talk about it in a video or something if I end up reading it. But yeah, I think I'll be able to get through that and the rest of this, and I'll read the rest of What If It's Us, and that'll be my month, and hopefully I'll get to the 5 books, and then I'll be pretty happy with that. So yeah, I think that's all the books I want to read and have read this month. So let's get into an outro. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really didn't expect for it to get this long, but it did. I really didn't want to record this long, and yeah, now I have like 20 minutes of footage. This is gonna be so much to edit in one day tomorrow. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really, really appreciate it. And listening to me talk about books. I am so grateful for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video and this month's reading, make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe. We've got so much fun content coming soon on Saturday. We've got round 1 of the bookshelf content, which is my bookshelf like process vlog, where I found the bookshelf that I wanted to buy. I reorganized my room for where I wanted my bookshelves, and then I assembled the bookshelves, and you guys get to see the first glance of my empty bookshelves. And then next we've got reorganizing my bookshelves, which is gonna be super, super fun. I cannot wait to slap all the books that I have on this wall and on this bookshelf, and I cannot wait to slap it on, you know, my empty bookshelf that I have in there. I'm literally dying with excitement. And then we've got like an August TBR. I've got a summer book haul coming. I might buy more books because I have the money. So yeah, anyways, I have a lot of fun stuff coming, so make sure to subscribe. That was the point. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post my new bookshelf stuff. Like, hit the notification bell, seriously. And then leave a comment down below if you're excited for all this fun stuff coming. What do you think of my wrap up? What do you think of series I talked about? Fun book series. Are you gonna plan to come to the live stream for What If It's Us? I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. And I already talked about my birthday book tag, so I will leave my video before that up there, which was something. So go check that out. And just watch an extra one of my videos today. I would really, really appreciate that, because I'm trying to get monetized, and all of my watch minutes would really, really help. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you for sticking with me, and I will see you guys in the next video for my new bookshelf stuff. So yeah, see ya. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something about her features. You'll find the beauty goes much deeper once you get to